How's it going, guys? Yum Yum Gaming back with another Division 2 video. Same as always, back with a loot update allocation for the 30th of April. So fingers crossed we've got another good changeover and we can get farming and get plenty of gear today. Now before I kick into it, if I could ask three things from you, I'm sure you can repeat after me what I'm going to say now. Like, subscribe and drop some comments down below. The channel is growing, it's down to you guys. Thanks for the subs, thanks for the likes, and definitely, more importantly, thanks for the comments down below, because it helps me get to know what you want and makes me get content out to you that you actually want to watch, which is a win-win for us all. So, before I go on to the loot allocation update, just want to quickly brief over from what happened yesterday, which was the state of the game. Now, after the last couple of state of the games, it's not as content-packed, to be honest, because they've had a lot of stuff to sort out previously, whereas this one was, rather than trying to move off the back foot, it's trying to position themselves and go forward. So what we have is some talking points around title update 9.1, what they're looking to do, and then obviously moving forward from that, title update 10. So, title update 9, what was they talking about? Well, it's all going to be around player feedback, to be fair. So, bullet sponges. The NPCs at the moment are absolutely crazily, like, just... How do you describe it other than literally a giant sponge just sucking off your bullets and saying, come on, is that all you've got? Now, I know there's cries across the community at the moment because they're fed up of having to use a rifle build, or they're having to like sit in a group where there's just 4 DPS builds just going at it. But with the state of the play, you've got that bullet sponge, especially when you're targeting your sort of heroics or your legendaries. I mean, you're kind of pushed into that aside. I mean, yes, you've got your status builds. Yes, you have, and I'm really enjoying running status builds at the moment, because the benefit that it gives to the team is just overwhelming. It makes such a difference. However, the other 3 need to be running a DPS, especially in the higher end stuff. So hopefully 9.1, that's going to get looked at. Now, I'm not saying nerf it, nerf the NPCs, shoot them down in one, because there has to be a balance, and I get that, but the game also has to be fun, and sometimes I struggle to have fun on missions where I'm literally getting one-shotted, but then the guy over in the corner takes 100 bullets just to take him down. Do you know what I mean? Balance is probably key for that. So they've also gone on and talked about accuracy. So I know, as I mentioned I've been running status, so I will set an NPC on fire, I will blind that NPC. Now I'll overcharge my skill tier, so they are maxed out on fire damage, they are maxed out on blind. However, they can literally still blind fire me. They'll be hurtling over obstacles, they'll be hiding behind cover, and then they'll just one-pop me. I mean, it's kind of, again, where's that balance in that? Because that guy's on fire, that guy is blinded, yet he can still one-pop me with a sniper. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying everything in this game needs to be real, but there needs to be some balance. Another thing they discussed about was grenades. A lot of the NPCs will just spam grenades. Now, this is a cover-based shooter, so if you can't get your shots off, because all you're doing is getting spammed by grenades, it is annoying. And again, if you are running DPS, maybe if you've got glass cannon, perfect glass cannon, something like that, then those grenades, if it doesn't finish you off in the first bit, the fact that you've knocked out of cover, you're going to probably get popped off and finished off with a shot from there. So they are looking at grenades. Now, speaking of grenades, my good friend over at Everything HD did a really good video on the exotic Sawyer's knee pads, which one of the perks on there is you don't get knocked back off grenades. So I will put a link in the description below if you want to go and have a look at his video detailing whether it's actually worth switching over and putting those in your builds. Now, there is a bit of a trade-off, obviously. You lose some stats. There's a lot of blues on those rolls. But again, put it in the link below. Pop over, go and have a look, and then see if that's something for you. Now, the final piece from what they talked about yesterday is the raid. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether they actually intended the raid to be released this late, whether the things that are going on in the world has created this sort of timeline where who knows where we are these days. Sometimes I struggle to know what day it is. But hey ho. So they have stated that the raid is progressing. They haven't said when it's going to drop, but they have said that it is going to. You are going to get at least 2 weeks' notice, so you can start getting to grips with the build that you think is going to be needed for that. Now I'm hoping that they're going to release some obviously footage and whatnot, so you can kind of get an understanding as to what you're going to want to go in there with, what factions you're fighting, all that sort of stuff. But you will get 2 weeks notice, and they have said that they're looking at title update 10 for the release. So if we get in 9.1 some point in May, are they giving us a little bit of a sneaky one there, saying it's going to be June? So who knows? Because if they're dropping it in May, they want to give you 2 weeks notice. It's probably looking like about around June time for the raid, but that's speculation. That's just my opinion. But anyway, moving on now to what you guys most likely came here for: loot allocation for today, 30th of April. So what have we got? So we'll kick off in the Dark Zone. So Dark Zone East, you've got your sidearms. Not exactly great if you want to get in there. As I say, Dark Zone farming's great for your watch levels anyway. So if the gear's not for you, just jump in there for that. Over on the west side, you have got Providence though. So again, most of you will be running a 3-piece Providence set. So if you want to jump over there, you've got the added benefit of getting probably gear that you want, and also some nice shiny watch levels. Down south, you've got Fenris. Again, another component. If you're going to be running your assault rifle, then you're probably going to have at least a couple of pieces of Fenris in there for yourself. Moving on to the actual missions, so Bank Vault's got Overlord. So again, if you want to just get those sweet Fox's Prayer knee pads, get yourself over there. Lincoln Memorial, my favourite mission. Unfortunately, it's not. Well, to be fair, it's masks. Everyone needs to run a mask. Mine, I guess, is min-maxed, so that's why I don't get as excited over masks, to be honest. But again, it is a very easy mission to run, so if you are looking to get your mask upgraded, get yourself over to Lincoln. Viewpoint's got your knee pads, again, so potential for Fox's Prayers there, slightly less because you're not targeting the loot particularly. But if you are looking for just something else on your knee pads, then obviously get yourself there. Jefferson's got your Sokolovs, so if you are your PvPing and you want to do a bit with your submachine gun, then definitely get yourself down to Jefferson Plaza. Air and space backpacks. Now I know I was having a good conversation again with Everything HD last night. He desperately needs a backpack. I don't know what it is about backpacks, but they seem to be just one of those things where you if you do get a god roll on them, they seem to be lit up like a Christmas tree. You've got all colours in there, and you're like, oh, that is a god roll. But I just want at least give me 2 reds. I don't want it lighting up like it's December 25th again. But anyway, moving on. Manning Zoo for your chest pieces. Again, another key component there. Whether you're going to be running glass cannon, do you know what I mean? It's one of those. But get yourself over to Manning Zoo. Coney Island, for some reason, is double stacked on submachine guns. I run this yesterday a few times. Again, you've also got your time trials over there, so you may be able to get something a little bit quicker. If you are going for that PvP build with a submachine gun, it is a viable option. District Union's got your gloves. If you are coming into this today and you're looking for rifles, unfortunately there's no specific mission that you can run, but there is free roam down in the southwest area. So what I'd say in that one is just keep resetting your control points, get those through on heroic if possible, get yourself match made into the local area. I know that's a fact that what me and Everything HD will be doing a little bit later on. And now, aside from that, flipping over to New York, I'm going to leave it on the static page. New York's nothing too exciting today, to be honest. You've got gloves over there, Grupo, and Golan. So nothing immediate where you want to jump over there, unless those are some key pieces that you're missing in your build, then obviously do so. There isn't necessarily any targeted loot that will impact your ability to get the Lady Death or the Bullet King. But aside from that, guys, that is it for today. Now, as always, I hope you get smashed into the game and you get all of the gear that you want. It's a looter shooter. It'd be no good without loot, would it? Three things again: like, subscribe, comment down below. But until the next time, guys, peace.